Hi, it's Olivia from PhotoCare. We're here at PPE 2017. I'm here with Dan Wang from Hasselblad. He's here to talk about some new, exciting collaborations.
Thanks, Olivia. So new for Hasselblad is the growth and the expansion of both our H and X system cameras. Just recently, about a year ago, we launched to amazing popularity the X, the first mirrorless medium format camera, in addition to updates to the H6 platform. And since that time, we've just been doing regular updates to the firmware, adding features to the system that really expands and builds upon the usability of the camera. So here at the show, just recently, we launched new firmware for both the H and the X platform. Not only does it do the regular firmware stuff like stability and the smoothness, but there's also some new features. So on the X camera, I've got the X1D, the 4116 here, and you can now do things like customize the buttons, control the autofocus points on the touchscreen, and all sorts of unique stuff on the X1D, really expanding what you can do with this fantastic mirrorless medium format camera. But we're always looking at what is the next level of imaging. And on the H6D platform, it's also our 100 megapixel back. So if we take a step over here, you can see that I've got an H system back. And you can purchase the H100 either as a standalone digital back or with an integrated camera, the H camera. And in this case, we have it hooked up with an Alpha FPS. So the FPS is a focal plane shutter, which means that there's a shutter inside the camera. And thanks to the system, you can now mount a wide variety of lenses. In this case, we have a Canon 17 tilt shift, which you still get some really nice movements, and it projects on the sensor quite nicely. So it expands upon the system. The back, it's the only digital medium format back to offer both high resolution 100 megapixel capture as well as video. So the 100 megapixel will shoot 4K raw video, as well as capturing a beautiful stills image. The same things, it can be powered externally through a common connection. We are using just a standard battery brick, a standard flash sync, and then tethering over USB Type-C. We're excited to be tethering with Tether Tools cables here in the booth today. So if you have a new MacBook with a USB Type-C connector, it's a seamless connection, or the USB Type-A connector for everyone else in the world. And of course, what I'm holding in my hands is a little bit different than the normal X1D. So we've got it on a Campbell Actis camera. So earlier in this year, we launched a new firmware update for the X1D that allows it to have an electronic shutter, which means it's using the entire sensor to capture the image and no mechanical shutter anymore. And what that allows us to do is mount a wide variety of lenses. Cambo has lent us the system where it is a Actis view camera system. It's on a rail like a traditional view camera, and we have mounted a Hasselblad CFI lens, so something from our V series of cameras, the iconic Hasselblads. So we're getting amazing image quality. You still get movements, so left and right, you get a tilt and shift, up, rise, and you can actually interchange the lens with a wide variety of different lenses, be it 4x5 large format lenses, Canon lenses. So this year we're seeing a lot of third-party collaboration. We see a lot of collaboration throughout the industry, working closely with manufacturers to just expand upon the system and to make it better and grow what we can do with it.
Thank you very much, Dan.